All right, some more thoughts. Beauty, male beauty towards what ends? Question mark. So some things I've gleaned. I think the problem in today's world is essentially women are marketed like a product. You know, you buy the Lamborghini, the Ferrari, the muscle car, whatever it is, and then suddenly like all these beautiful women are gonna flock to you, want to sleep with you. I don't think that's the case. And actually, it's like then the question is like, what is the, you know, what does man really want out of woman? Contrary to modern day belief, I actually think this whole notion of just having sex simply for the sake of sexual pleasure is also like a little bit maybe misguided or empty. Biologically the purpose of coitus is to beget children. So my first simple thought is, you know, man desires beautiful women because he wants to produce beautiful children. And what is beauty really? It's a sign of health, right? Good genetics. I mean, certainly beauty is in the eye of the beholder, but there are certain everything's a spectrum, right? I think there are certain harder facts, right? Like, so for example, a lot of people with certain developmental either disabilities or, you know, diseases or downsides, you could actually see it in their facial morphology. Extreme example is like, unfortunately, the kids who are born to like napalm, pesticide, was it the Agent Orange in Vietnam? Very, very tragic. So the first superficial thing is that we look at someone's face, the morphology, the height, because it's a sign of health, right? And then the question is then, for us men, seems like we're seeking like male beauty through muscles or whatever. Then it's like, what is that for the sake of? I don't even think it's the sake. Like another misconception is, you know, I get super jacked, get a six-pack, super big muscles, and then suddenly all the ladies will flock to me. That's not the case either. And actually, like, even my thought is like, it's not physique for the sake of obviously you have to look at yourself all the time. You're probably gonna, before you shower, you can see yourself naked on top of this. I just superficially want to like what I look like, right? And unfortunately, today's world, we got so many cameras, selfie cameras, mirrors, reflections. So you're always looking at your reflection all the time, right? Like back in ancient Greek, before mirrors were invented, you probably didn't see your reflection that much, so you didn't probably care as much. And even ancient depictions of people's facial expressions and body shapes was kind of like vague, right? Like even the demigods, the gods, the heroes of the Iliad, etc. Simple thoughts like strong arms, strong shoulders, torso, maybe. I don't know what else. Actually, probably the best way to see a man's strength is through his torso. His torso should be built like a trunk, and preferably their thighs, upper thighs, right? Calves, maybe legs, lower body, right? That's why the best low-key compliment I ever get is people ask me if I'm a swimmer. Or a second one after that is maybe a rock climber, I guess, right? It's like, no, I'm a weightlifter or a stone thrower or a sandbag carrier, whatever, ancient man, strong man, power man, whatever you want to call it. I think then the ultimate is, I think like weightlifting, strength training, strongman, it's kind of like more about fun, curiosity, experimentation. Eating more bone marrow seems like a good idea. What is it that Achilles was raised on was bone marrow. Eat more bone marrow, feed it to your kids, etc. That's why I'm kind of interested. Eat more beef broth, soup broth. It's very simple. You can just buy beef shank at the local Mexican market. You know, beef shank, right? You could cut it up, either bake or instant pot or air fry the bone marrow, eat the bone marrow, and then drink the soup, because the soup's gonna have all that delicious bone marrow, beef broth, right? Eat the meat, right? So funny, everyone's like so into beef broth, but then suddenly but then there's this fear of eating meat. It's kind of silly. Just eat the meat, eat beef, eat lamb. Eat more liver, because liver is probably one of the most iron-rich foods. So typically, the more iron some food has, apparently it helps boost our testosterone. More natural light, more time in the sun. Apparently, being out in the sun also boosts your testosterone. Lift heavy, hype yourself up, slap yourself in the face. Oh yeah, go to the gym. If you don't feel no gyms, just buy a 400-pound sandbag on roguefitness.com or titan.fitness or Amazon, whatevs. Just have fun with it. Yeah, just be like a big kid.